I gave Swellow a shot in today's meta. Do you think it worked? What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. And in today's episode, we are going to be exploring a deck with Swellow. Now, I was talking to Sam, it was like 2 nights ago. I actually meant for this video to come out yesterday, but I got a little busy. But I asked him, I was running Swablues, and I was like, what am I going to farm if I'm going to use Swablues? And he's like, Swablues do not work in today's meta. And I was like, don't worry. I'm using the Swablues as support. So I was like, all right, I want to see if Swellow could work. So, if you notice, my deck looks a little different than, like, there's no Swellow here. This was another deck that I was going to try. I wanted to try out the Lombres, but we were going to open up these boosters because we forgot to open up the boosters in the last episode, and I don't know, maybe something cool would happen. Maybe we'd pull like a rainbow out of this blue. That would be pretty cool to see, or something good out of this purple. At this point, you guys know it doesn't really matter. But it's a rare. Anyway, in this video, we do have 4 matches to show you. All right, last one, purple booster is Wobbuffet. All right, let's jump into the episode or match. All right, in this first match, actually, let's review the deck, and then I'll tell you how I typically run decks. So taking a look at my opponent's deck, we were going up against a grass deck, and I was like actually excited to play this because I didn't have to deal with Dialga, Palkia, or Garchomp. So I was like, oh, this should be fun. So here's the deck. We are rocking the Swellow. Now, what makes Swellow interesting? Swellow is interesting because it does have the Guts ability. And remember, we did make a video on Machamp, who also has the Guts ability. Although we won a couple matches, we didn't really get to use Machamp. But if this Pokemon has a special condition, it deals plus 50 damage. And it has 0 miss at level 5. So what is the best status we want to use on Swellow? Obviously, it's the Confusion because we don't have a miss. If we use Burn or Paralysis, we're going to have a miss, and that's not good. So we actually calmed this thing. We made it to level 10. We put everything into the Fly. We know what Fly can do because of the Rayquaza. I couldn't even think of the name real quick for a minute. But I also chained this to 10. So we put everything into the Aerial Ace. So when this thing is confused, it hits for plus 50. So the Aerial Ace is hitting for 110, and the Quick Attack is hitting for 80. However, if we have Swablues, 3 Swablues, it is also normal and flying. So it gets a 20 buff from each Swablu. So plus 60 on top of the plus 50. That means that the Aerial Ace is going to be hitting for 170, I think. And the Quick Attack is going to be hitting for 120. Wait. 140? Yeah, 140. So, I mean, the damage here is definitely way above that. But, I mean, it'd be cool to see Swellow hit for the maximum damage to, get rid of some things. I mean, to watch this thing take a Arceus would be awesome. Anyway, that's the premise of the deck. We are using the Milotic Blue Pulse to confuse my Swellow, and then we are throwing in the Talonflame. Remember when Talonflame first came out? It was pretty dope because of its Gale Wings. The first battle, is entire wheel is gold, and I want to use that on I don't know, Dawn Wings. I want to use it on Dawn Wings. So I was like, okay, this should be fun. And again, we're going up against this grass deck, and I was like, all right, let's see what happens. And we changed my main back to Oak here, or Rico backwards. So he's going to bring on the Chikorita, and okay. Listen, I kept this match because I wanted to show you guys the beginning of my RNG. This set how my RNG was going for that night, okay? Like, I understand this was a bad play. I was like, I have 0 losing rolls here. This thing only hits for 53. I out-damage it. And if I do KO this, I don't anticipate this Lurantis advancing. Like, Lurantis hardly ever play offense. They're mostly defense. I was like, I don't think he's going to move up here. And even if he does, then I can move right here and threaten game. But even if I did threaten game, like, I get destroyed by Arceus. It was a bad play regardless. I mean, he does risk the return landing into my Brave Bird. It doesn't have any DCs, but I mean, I was just like, I wasn't anticipating the Lurantis. Like, the better play would have been to put the Milotic right here, because Milotic can confuse the Lurantis and therefore get rid of Lurantis' ability. Because, wait, Lurantis can't be paralyzed, right? Yeah, it can be paralyzed. Okay. So yeah, it was a bad play. I totally understand, but I was like, I don't have a losing roll. And of course that would happen. How many times do I attack and be like, I'm good. I don't have losing rolls. This thing is frozen. I'm going to attack it and get an evolution. Miss. And that is GG, boys. So the reason why I kept this match is I wanted to show you guys, like, this set my RNG for the entirety of the night. But all right, let's jump into the next match. All right, and I forgot to, I don't remember if I had mentioned this earlier, but this is typically what I do when I run decks. My general rule of thumb here is if I have to play the Bug Bot twice, the deck was not a success. All right. So we are going up against Geo here, and dude, for some reason, anytime I want to try something, I swear I go up against people who have multiple metallic Dawn Wings. I still don't have one, and I don't even think I'm gonna get one until once the game ends. So rip. That's kind of sad. But we see this deck, I'm like, okay, this should be fun because Talonflame shines here. Oh, and we're also rocking the Scoop Up just for the Talonflame. So once we use it, we scoop it back up to use its ability. Let's see what happens here. He's going to open up with Mew. I'm going to counter here with the Swellow because Swellow has the best shot at KOing it, especially when I have the all the Swablu's on. So I see him moving up the Abra, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and threaten us around here. That's why we move over the Swablu. But wait, why did I not attack there? I wanted to attack the Abra so he can get his danger sense and then pull us around there, but I didn't do. Wait, why did I not attack there? Back one time. So we were in position. Oh yeah, I had to move back my Talonflame, otherwise my Talonflame would have gotten surrendered. So that's why we did that. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, why did I plan to do this the entire time? Why did I not do it? But he sees it, and he's going to back off. So now I'm going to DC here, and we're going to try and get the blue hole. Oh, we hit the magic cut. Okay. So opponent comes down. I think he attacks. No, I attack. I attack again. He pulls the switch, I believe, this time. Yep, he pulls the switch this time. I guess he wants to keep his ability, although he didn't want to on the other one. And we outdamage it. We do get the Night Days. I'm like, bro, can we please hit the blue hole? Like, that's all I want you to do. Please. And he attacks. I'm like, hit the blue hole. Please. Okay, just this not hitting all. Okay, this all right. So now I don't know how we're gonna get our Swellow up, but we're gonna attack here, and hopefully we get him to land his purple, and he doesn't. I'm like, okay. So now things are looking really bad for me. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm like, all right, we're gonna set up a win here. We're gonna set up a win condition because Swellow has the fly. The only problem is we got rid of the DC here, so we are in a threatening position. And my Z move is up. My opponent brings this thing up. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We're going to X-Speed here, and we're going to try and get rid of this Dawn Wings. And we get the fly. We still, again, don't get the KO. I'm like, dude, come on. And as he moves up here, I was like, okay, this is actually good. He's in no position to win. His Z gauge is not up. So now all we got to do is attack this Fracture, get the fly. That is GG, boys. Let's go. He comes down, and he attacks. I'm like, if I survive here, or if I get KO'd here, we have we can defend here. Like I was like, I'm not going to attack the Fracture. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you guys this question. When an opportunity arises, I know I always say this, you have to take it. But I was like, you know what? We're good here at home because we can protect it at least 2 more times. And I was like, okay, if I exhaust every opportunity, then I'll go for the win. Do you think I should have went for the win earlier, like a turn ago, or do you think I should continue to cover goal until we cannot cover goal anymore? The reason being, he could have got smart. He could have been like, oh, wait a minute. The fly cheese is open, and he could have backed off, and then I would have had 0 win condition. So part of me thinks that I definitely should have attacked earlier. But for some reason, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep covering goal until I can't anymore, and then I'm going to have this be my last resort. Because what I wanted to do was I wanted to catch him by surprise. I wanted him to feel like he was going to win, but then I was gonna cheese him in the end. But anyway, he moves up the Mew here, and I was like, it's now or never, and we're going to attack. And of course, gets guilty. Of all things, he gets. I mean, look at this thing. What level is this thing? It looked like the guillotine was reduced. Go back. Yeah, level 10. He has everything into the dual chop, and it gets the guillotine. I was like, bro, come on, dude. So yeah, again, that's how the RNG from the first match carried over into this match. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be one of those nights. Let's jump into the third match. All right, in this third match, we've already played the bug bot. This was the last match before I had to play another bug bot. So I was like, all right, if it does not work here, we're facing the bug bot again, and therefore that means this deck has failed. Do you guys think we can pull it off? Let's see. Scary deck, last meta deck before Dialga Palkia and the Garchomp came out. Brings up Manectric. We are going to counter here with the Milotic because of the blue hole, and then my man is going to Mega Manectric right now and be annoying and use its ability. But I was like, wait a minute. What we can do is we can get the free Guts buff from the Swellow. So he attacks here. We get the blue hole, which is nice. So now we're going to confuse you. I should have confused myself. Well, let me think here. I don't confuse myself. I confuse him. Yeah, because I still want to use the blue hole. So, okay, that's perfect sense. Because we still want to use the blue hole because we want to get rid of the paralysis and make myself confused instead. So, I mean, actually, that didn't really matter that I moved on to Swellow. Well, I guess I do get the Guts ability, but yeah, whatever. But we do confuse this thing, and now it is a huge blue lightning storm machine. And, well, here's my logic here. Generally, I don't like DCing against things that have large blue. But every time I make up an extra, I would always hit the blue lightning. So I'm like, all right, with that logic, I am going to DC here. We're going to try to hit the blue hole, and we're going to hope that they land the blue lightning so they can land their electro burst, and that way we can confuse our Swellow. But I cover up goal. Oh, no, I covered, yeah, because I don't want to bring things on because he's still in Mega. Okay, now that he's out of Mega, I think I bring on a Swablu. Yep, bring on a Swablu. I think I bring the last one on. Oh, wow, I just DC right away. Oh, yeah, DC. Okay, yeah, we DC right away, and there was this thing. And it lands the blue lightning storm, and I was like, of course that would happen. Of course that would happen. So before, what I was talking about with Mega Man doesn't even matter. But anyway, he's going to Air Balloon. He's going to attack me, and I'm like, please. Okay, we get it. Nice. So now I have a huge buff here. I think we bring on the other Swablu. Yep, and I just want to increase my buffs. However, dude, I swear, anytime I run Swablus or try to make Swablus work, all I ever do is hit pin. But I mean, it wouldn't have mattered regardless because he would have outdamaged me anyway. I don't know why I stopped it. But we're going to max revive here, and we're going to bring on my Swablu. I don't know why. Just try to survive again. There's nothing that the the Talon Flame could do. The cats have been just chasing each other all morning. What do I do here? We X-Speed, we go after the Manectric, I believe. Yep. It would have been nice here to land the Aerial Ace to show the full... Oh, we do land it, but to show the full buff here, we do hit for 110. It would have been nice to show him land his attack damage, but it doesn't. He does land his purple because he does hit for 170. And... Ah, dude, it would have tied, actually. We both would have hit for 110. So, actually, that was a good thing that we won. Or he hit that. So, but I'm like, all right, I see things. I see opportunities. Things are not looking good for me, but I see opportunities here. Z-move. Whenever I Z-move Milotics, they always land the magic code. But I see win conditions here. I saw these two right here, and I was like, ooh, this Heracross is going to get it. So what I decided to do here is I am going to Air Balloon, and I'm only going to move right here. The reason being, I feel like if I moved right here, it might scare the opponent into making the Heracross cover up. So what I decided to do here is I'm going to Air Balloon because I'm anticipating the opponent, because I don't have max revive. I don't think they necessarily need to take the entry point if I threaten game right here. So I was like, okay, I'm going to Air Balloon. We're going to move right here. I'm going to anticipate him checking this Heracross and moving right here, and then I can just move over the next turn and then attack this Heracross and hit the fly for the win. So here we go. We air balloon. When we move up one space, kind of throwing him off. He takes entry point. He falls for the bait. I'm like, let's go. It's now or never, please. And we would have out damaged there, but no, we hit the aerial ace, and that is GG boys, because there's like Swablu's can't survive against. Basically, this deck did not work. Did not work at all. I won 0 matches and felt bad. So, all right, let's jump into the last and final match. All right, guys, in this match, we do a deck change, because remember I told you I wanted to use Lombre. In this video, I wanted to use figures that I don't typically use, and there's something with the Lombre that I still need to figure out. The Slippery, just once before this Pokemon would be surrounded, it may switch places with an adjacent Pokemon. It would be nice if this Pokemon did get a buff to where when you get surrounded, you can select which adjacent Pokemon you want to switch with. Aries, you need to get down, bro. Aries, you need to get down. Aries, get down. But I couldn't remember which one it switches with, so I was like, all right, I'm going to put myself in a predicament to kind of learn, to see where it goes. So the deck that I'm running, we brought on Lombre, and I was like, all right, since we brought on Lombre, we're going to bring on the Celebi because of the Grass Sphere. And then because we brought on the Celebi, I was like, let's just kind of make it like a Grass Knot theme kind of sort of deck. So the Decidueye, we brought on the Decidueye because it has gold. And it also has the Grass Knot. And then we brought on the Serena just to deal with the gold, just to deal with the 4D drives. Zoro for the switch, just in case Lombre gets attacked by something that I don't want it to get attacked by. And then Vibrava, because you guys know Vibrava is my favorite goalie. So we're going up against double Dialga and Palkia. So I'm going to first start off with the Grass Fairy. He's going to bring on the Zard, and then he has Zard Y, so we have to cover up goal here. And then what he does is he brings on the Latias, and I was like, you know what? We're just going to get rid of this Zard right here. So I'm going to Rocky Helmet, and it does us well. It gets rid of the Zard. I forgot what the pets I'm running. Let's see. Okay, just the Grass Fairy and the Rocky Helmet. Anyway, we don't threaten game here. Why did I not move you up? I guess maybe because I didn't want the Latias moving here and then attacking me. I don't know. Interesting. But anyway, I'm going to air balloon here just to set. So what I want to do, okay, here's my thing. I air balloon here because what I want my opponent to do, all I want him to do is bring something right here. And once he brings something right here, I'm going to air balloon over, have him surround me, and then we're going to swap places, hopefully with the Palkia, and then that's GG boys. So that's what I'm hoping happens here. So he brings on the Gyarados, and I'm like, stop bringing up the Gyarados. Just come over here, please. So I'm going to max revive, bring on the Decidueye, make this thing spin. It does land the fly. I was like, wow, okay, let's ride that momentum. We're going to attack into the Gyarados. And we get the roll. I was like, okay, RNG has turned around. Let's go. And then he brings on... he brings on the Dialga over here, and I was like, dude, okay, so now we can't do it. But I was like, you know what? I have an idea. I have a brilliant idea. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring my Celebi over here. I'm going to sack my Celebi. I'm going to bait my opponent to bring over the Palkia and surround my Celebi. When he does that, I believe I move up my Decidueye, and I'm going to anticipate him moving his Palkia back over. Oh, no. I move here to threaten game, I believe. I move here to threaten game. He brings the Palkia over to cover up, and then I move my Lombre over here. That way he surrounds me. Then I switch places with Palkia, and then it's GG boys. So anyway, that's what we do. We move over the Celebi. I get surrounded. Now I move. I did not move with the Lombre. He moves back anyways. But now I'm like, all right, here comes the bait. He goes for the surround. And he switches places with this one. And I was like, what? So here's something to be learned, guys. If you ever have a Lombre in this corner, it switches places with this one. Oh, wait, that makes sense. Wait, no, it doesn't make sense. It would... To me... my thought, I remember my thought process here was like, whatever Mon surrounds it, that's who you should be able to switch places with. Just once before this Pokemon would be surrounded, it may switch with an adjacent Pokemon. For some reason, I was like, okay, it's probably going to allow me to switch places with the Pokemon that surrounds me. And since the Palkia surrounds me, that Palkia is adjacent to me, I would be able to switch with that Palkia. It doesn't work that way. So if you ever have a Lombre in this corner and you get surrounded this way in this little weird triangle, well, that's not even a triangle. But it switches with this one for some reason. I really don't know. I have no idea what constitute which one it's surrounded with. But it's not over yet. We still have an opportunity to win. He's going to attack my Decidueye, and he gets the Aura Sphere again. He gets 2 Aura Spheres when this thing is level 10 and put everything into the 4D drive. Like, feels bad, man. Go ahead. I think we move up Serena, then he moves up the Zard, tags here. I think we land the mystery scent. I think we land it like twice. Yep, going for like a surround setup here. He attacks again, and we do get the mystery scent again. Now I move over my Lombre, I believe. Yep. And then he comes here, so now we're gonna use our Z move. We're gonna Bloom Doom here. We're gonna go after this this Zard, and it's pretty much GG boys here. But do you think I'm going to out damage this Fire Spin? Of course not. He's gonna hit 5 above it. And I was like, dude, like, can we please get a win tonight? Like, I was getting pretty frustrated. But he's gonna pull the Eon Flute. He brings back his Latias into the Mega Latias. What do we do here? Oh yeah, we DC here. We DC here with the Celebi going after this Zard. I'm like, Zard, just hit it. Fire Spin twice, please. Once, twice. Thank you. Zard's gone. And now we're in a threatening position here. My opponent, what does he do? I don't know why he corkscrews crashes here. Like, it makes 0 sense. It's better to just attack with the Dialga, but we do get the clutch grass. Now, I mean, we had great odds of winning anyway. I don't know why my opponent was thinking there. But we do get the surround, and that is GG boys, and we finally got a win for the night. But all right, guys, we are going to cut the video there. Feels even better. Feels even better right there. But we're going to cut the video there. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost October, which means it's almost Halloween, which means you guys know what deck I'm going to be running, don't you? Anyway, peace.